Our next speaker is Leena Kokkonen from Uniogen. Leena is a director of oncology at Uniogen, leading development of cutting-edge diagnostics and biotechnological solutions that enable more precise and personalized cancer diagnostics. Please welcome her.
Yes, so I'm coming from Uniogen, a local company operating actually building next door, and we also have facilities close to the airport. So what we are doing is currently we are offering contract development and manufacturing services for IVD industry and life sciences. But where we are seeing the future growth of the company is development of early cancer detection. And our first test is going to be a test for early detection of ovarian cancer. And the reason for that is that ovarian cancer is a hugely undiagnosed disease at the moment, and it's a silent killer of women. There's about 300,000 new cases diagnosed globally every year, and over 200,000 deaths. And these amounts are estimated just to increase due to aging population and increasing cancer prevalence. And the reason why ovarian cancer is so deadly is that it's often diagnosed too late when the cancer has already spread. And that increases the mortality because the current treatment options are not efficient enough. But we do know that actually many of the patients could be saved if the cancer was detected at earlier phases when it's still localized. Over 90% of the patients could be saved. The reason why ovarian cancer currently is diagnosed is too late today is that there are no really efficient ways to diagnose it. Usually, currently, it starts with an ultrasound to detect pelvic masses, followed by different blood tests like a test for CA125 or HE4 protein. But these proteins are not cancer specific. They are present in many benign conditions like endometriosis or liver inflammations, or even menstrual cycle is affecting these concentrations. So it means that the only way to actually diagnose ovarian cancer at the moment is to do invasive procedures, surgery, to really find out what's going on. And for example, in US, 80% of women undergoing surgery to study something suspicious end up not having ovarian cancer. So it's a huge burden, not only for patients suffering unnecessary cancer scare, but also for healthcare resources. So that's something that we want to change. And we are very happy that we have a very good essay how to do it. So far, we have analyzed over 5,000 samples, and we are showing clear improvement compared to the current biomarkers CA125 and HE4. Our test is not detecting proteins. We are detecting cancer-specific glycosylation, or the sugar moieties that are attached to the proteins. So we are using nanoparticles that are binding to these cancer-specific sugar groups. And because these cancers are not present, these sugars are not present in benign conditions, only in cancerous patients, we are seeing considerably less false positives, which means that we can save the healthcare resources and also not to cause unnecessary anxiety for the patients. And because we are using nanoparticle labels, they are generating a huge amount of signal that can be detected. It means that we can detect very small concentrations of these cancer-specific sugars. And therefore, we can find the cancer at earlier phases when it's still localized. And that, of course, improves the possibility of the patient's survival. We have also seen that we can detect the cancer relapse sooner. So unfortunately, many of the ovarian cancer patients are suffering from relapse. So once the treatment is over, they are followed up to see if the cancer is returning. And unfortunately, many of the patients are suffering from the relapse. But we are detecting the relapse several months sooner than the current assays. So we believe that not only benefits the patient because they can start the retreatment sooner, but also offers interesting possibilities to pharma collaboration when they are developing new drugs for this relapsing cancer. There is a huge unique potential to utilize our test to predict cancer. So that's also something that we are very excited about. It seems that our assay can actually find patients that are at high risk of developing cancer in coming years, which would allow doctors to have actually preventive procedures to prevent that cancer from happening. That's something that we are currently filing IP on. So overall, this is very, very promising results that we have gathered. And this is a very simple test. It utilizes a blood sample, and it is very user-friendly. It can be done in many different types of laboratory settings. And not only in central laboratories, but also in point-of-care settings as well. So we have actually seen that this test is functional in this lateral flow-based assay format, utilizing our own up-converting nanoparticle technology, which is actually giving central laboratory sensitivity even in point-of-care setting. So this means that we can open up a whole new market segment, especially in developing countries, because it has been estimated that in coming years, the developing countries are going to suffer even more from the new cancer cases. So 2/3 of the new cancer cases will be diagnosed in developing countries by year 2040. So having this kind of accessible and easy options for cancer diagnostics is not only for these for our more advanced societies, but also for the developing countries. Okay, so that's something that we are going to do in the future. But what has happened so far? So actually, how Uniogen came to come is 3 companies merged into one. So there were 3 Finnish local companies here in Turku. Abacus Diagnostica, that was doing molecular diagnostics. There was Labrox, that was doing this instrument development and manufacturing services. And Kaivogen, that was focused on development of different immunoassays. And I was actually one of the founders of Kaivogen back in 2007, and I was its CEO for 15 years. So we were all working together in the past as well. Actually, Abacus Diagnostica was in the next facilities, and we were giving them water because we had a we had a water purification system, so they didn't have to buy their own. And with Labrox, we were developing this UpCon detection technology. So we were doing the chemistry development, and they were doing the instrumentation. So it kind of makes sense to actually put our resources together and have a little bit wider portfolio to offer to our customers. So that's what happens in 2021 when Uniogen was founded. And then for the next year, we actually operated as subsidiaries. So the old companies were there, but we had the mother company of Uniogen. And then in January 23, the old companies ceased to exist. And since then, we have only operated as Uniogen, offering diagnostics together. So basically what we can now do is to have the instrument development and manufacturing services, and we still have the competencies in immunoassays and also in molecular diagnostics, meaning that our current portfolio is quite nicely covering all aspects of in vitro diagnostics. So basically, we are a privately owned company. A majority of the company is owned by the old founders or the personnel working for the company. Actually, the entire personnel is part of the incentive program. So basically, anyone can become our owner in the future. Our strategic focus is in early detection of cancer, and the current foundation of the business is the CDMO services, which is providing us the income that we are seeing at the moment. We are operating under ISO 13485 certification, of course, and most of our customers are from IVD and life sciences industry. So, and of course, the research and academic foundation laboratories. We are very proud of our Net Promoter Score. So our customers are extremely happy with us. It's 71. So basically, many of our customers are ready to recommend us to their colleagues, which is something that we are very proud of. And our team is currently about 70 FTEs, 75 people in total. And many of us are working in R&D. There's about 10 PhDs, although not all of them are working in R&D, for example, for me. And like mentioned, the majority of the income is now coming from the CDMO services. So we are, for example, offering cancer diagnostic reagents to a US Nasdaq-listed company that is utilizing them in the FDA-approved test. And we also are providing this technology licensing to Euronext-listed company. And also the instrumentation is going to different life sciences corporations. So basically, the CDMO is the foundation, but what we are really focused on is this early detection of cancer, because we are seeing that the future growth is there, because we can actually offer something that is beyond the limitations of the current assay technologies. Then a few words of our team. So basically, we are quite multidisciplinary. So because we are doing both chemistry and instrumentation, it means that the team is not only chemists, but also engineers. So basically, we have these scientists that are specialized in test development and also development of these detection technologies, like the UPCON nanoparticle technology. Then we have the engineers that are transforming the ideas into these user-friendly devices that can be used in laboratories. And then, of course, because we are working in a very regulated field, we have a team of regulatory and quality assurance people that are making sure that the products that we are offering and the tests that we are developing are meeting all the regulatory requirements and that can be used safely globally. And then nothing can be done, of course, without the purchasing and logistics team that are making sure that we have all the bits and pieces that are needed. And then also when we have the products ready, that they are shipped out all over the world. And then the manufacturing experts are, of course, the ones that are actually providing us the money at the moment. And I'm so happy that we have a very dedicated team always ready to do what is necessary. And there's no problem finding people doing a little bit overtime if there is a big order that needs to be fulfilled. And then there is the business and commercial and the support team that is making sure that everyone is going to the same direction and providing the support that is needed to make sure that we can actually do what our customers want. So just a few examples of the job titles that we have. So basically quite different types of works. We have the people that are doing the laboratory work, of course, lab technicians and R&D chemists. And then we have the more the ones that are designing things like project managers and electrical design engineers and so forth. Actually, many of us have some kind of life sciences background. So for example, our sales and logistic manager has a master's degree from the biotechnology, and our quality manager has a PhD from biotechnology and so forth. So many of us actually know the life science field, but then some of us are working in R&D and some of us in more of the administrative issues. So I think that the life sciences experience is quite handy, whatever is the actual job title. So like I told many of you, unfortunately, we don't have any open positions at the moment, but we are always happy to receive open applications, and you can find the instructions how to do that from our website. So there is this careers subsection. So please feel free to contact us, and maybe we can work together in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Leena, for very informative talk. Any questions from the audience? Yes.
Hi,
Hello.
and thank you for a very interesting talk. Do you see it becoming a reality in the near future to have this screening as a standard procedure in like a healthcare, just like we are screening breast cancer now?
That's extremely interesting question. And unfortunately, screening is a very political question as well. So it's all about the cancer prevalence and the estimated cost versus the potential benefits. So although ovarian cancer is the most common gynecological cancer, it is still maybe not as common that it actually would be population level screening. But we also know that there are patients that are at higher risk of having ovarian cancer. So I think that screening of high risk patient groups, so people that have a family history of ovarian cancer, for those kind of people, I think this would be extremely helpful in the future. And of course, this is just the first of the tests. So our IP covers several other cancer tests as well. So we are hoping to broaden the portfolio in the future. Thank you.
More questions? We can take one more. Thank you, Abrish. Wait, we need to hear it from the microphone.
And this marker is specific to the ovarian cancer only.
Yes,
So,
yes, the test that we are developing is for ovarian cancer, but
and didn't find in any another cancer type.
well, we haven't tested all the different cancer types, so can't really say. But the goal is to have ovarian cancer specific test and then other biomarkers for the other cancer types.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, please give one more round of applause to Leena. Thank you, Leena.
Thank you.